Hi, my name's Alex and I'm one of the product training managers for Sony Ericsson, and today I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps and also Google Latitude on the Sony Ericsson Aino handset. Okay, so to get started with Google Maps, enter the menu key and down and left one across the location services. Inside there you'll be left with a few options, and one of which is Google Maps. When you select it, it'll then load up, and naturally it'll pinpoint your local location. Now Aino has GPS built in, so if I was outdoors it would use the GPS satellites to be able to position exactly where I am within 1 or 2 meters. But as I'm not outdoors, what it'll do instead is find me roughly using the signal of my mobile phone. So within 500 to 1,000 meters, this is where I am. From here you can then hit the search bar and you can look for anything, whether it be a restaurant, a hotel, or even a taxi cab near to where you are. On the other side you've got your options key. This is where you can get directions to anywhere in particular by going from your location to an endpoint. So if you know you have to get to a restaurant, you can set that restaurant as your endpoint and it will walk you across those directions. The other options are your location where you are, so you can click on that and it'll then update exactly where you are. Latitude, I'll come to in a little bit more detail. Show traffic, this is where if you're using Google Maps to travel or navigate when you're in your car, this will then show you the density of the traffic on motorways and roads throughout the UK and let you know whether to avoid or not. Satellite view will literally change the view that you've seen before to a satellite view, so that when you zoom in you get a lot more detail. To zoom in and out you press the 1 and 3 keys, so 3 is to zoom in, and then 1 is to zoom back out. You've also got the ability, after I change it back to map view, you can then clear it, for example, so if you have any directions on there or any pins or anything like that, you can use the clear map to wipe it, so you get a fresh look at the map itself. But more importantly, as I said, Latitude is a new addition to the Google Maps feature on Aino. When you load up Latitude, you have to sign in to your Google Mail account. When you do sign in, any of your friends will then come up on this as well. You can then request that they join you in Latitude, and when they do, they will then come up. And for example, 11 minutes ago, Darren was in Peterborough. And what that does is lets me keep that little bit more in communication with my friends and family and find out where they are, and even give them a call afterwards and find out what they're up to. If I click on my own, you can then change your status. So in a Facebook style, you can change your status to say that you're going to the cinema or you're going out. You can enter your mobile phone number so that when a friend does locate you, they can call you straight from the application. You can also change your privacy settings. So you have 3 options, and currently at the moment I'm hiding my location. You can then set your location manually, which is literally by inputting exactly where you are. Or the top one is letting Google Maps detect where you are and then displaying it on the handset for all of your friends. And great for anyone that maybe has, for example, from a business point of view, if they have a group of staff, they can then set this application up so that they can keep tabs on their staff when they're out and about in the field, for example. When you close this, it'll then take you back to that screen. You'll see on here that I'm now highlighted exactly where I am, and then between the next key, if I click 6, which is the next friend of mine, it'll then tell me exactly where he was and zoomed in, so then I can zoom back out and it'll tell you exactly where he was. From there you can then go back in. You can either close Latitude down, or within that you can then find your own location again by basically pressing the hash key to see where you are on the map and then zooming in. So not only is Google Maps a very handy application for finding local services or navigating to somewhere, but now you can use it as a tool to meet up with your friends or family and then use that to then go on to use or do different social things. When you're finished, options, and then scroll all the way down to the bottom where you'll see exit. That'll then take you out of the application and you can come back onto the main screen. Thanks very much for watching, and look out for some more clips on Sony Ericsson Aino.